And I just feel like things have gotten gayer lately. My algorithm was like, it's time to be gay. And I love that. I love the freedom of it all. People are always like, ooh, this summer is going to be like 2016 summer. I don't know if it'll be 2016 summer. I think it'll be 2024 summer, but it's feeling colorful. It's feeling light. I just feel like a really good energy about it.
Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made.
Hey, que lo que? Welcome to Bronx Girl at Heart presents Casa Confessions, where young bosses and creatives confess funny and harsh truths about their come up. I am your host, Alanis Antigua. Hi, guys. If you guys notice, it's me today, but it's just me. That's why I wanted to highlight. This will be a solo episode, but this is so exciting. I feel like it'll be a great opportunity for me to share my personality with you a little bit more. And I guess we're going to title this episode Alanis' Intrusive Thoughts or Alanis' Random Thoughts. There's been so many random conversations that I've found myself in over the last few weeks that I just wanted to hear your input and just talk about it with you guys like I would my friends. Before we get into the whole conversation, though, please remember to leave a rating and review wherever you consume this podcast. I'm so grateful to have you guys here and listening, so please leave a thumbs up, a comment. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube. We post on YouTube and Facebook, so please support us wherever you think is best. Also, the audio episodes drop on Spotify, Apple, and other streaming platforms. So please keep listening and tell your friends about it. Spread the word. I love doing this for you guys. Now, what else is there to say before housekeeping? Oh, at Casa Confessions podcast, please follow us on Instagram and all social media platforms, as well as at @big_Lani if you want to hear more from me and stay posted on all updates related to the podcast. Now, in today's conversation, I did mention that it'll be all of my intrusive/random thoughts. So I wanted to walk you guys through some things that I saw on my timeline or it came up in conversation that I thought was just so interesting and I can't stop thinking about. Also, before we really get into it, I do have one nail missing. I'm a press-on girly, and that one nail just broke off and it can't come off. So, it's whatever. Maybe we can name her Fifi, the broken nail. I guess. No, we're not naming the nail. Okay, getting into some of our pressing topics. Well, what I consider pressing topics. New York City may be repealing a ban that allows for cheating on your spouse to be illegal. So New York City is basically promoting infidelity. And that's the question that comes up in this recent Hollywood Unlocked post. So it reads, cheating on your spouse may no longer be considered illegal in New York as a new bill seeks to repeal the ban. And apparently, the new proposal would repeal the rarely used ban that makes cheating on your spouse illegal and punishable by up to 3 months behind bars and a $500 fine. So this thing, which is barely enforced, which I didn't know. I didn't know that women could get married and send their husband behind bars, or men can get married and send their wives behind bars if there's cheating going on, and a $500 fine. Like, that is insane. So I'm just shocked that this was rarely enforced because so much cheating goes on, and instead of posting it on our IG stories, people should probably attempt to do something about it. But now, because it's been underused, I guess if you don't use it, you lose it, there are lawmakers fighting to get this bill passed where we repeal this law. And apparently, it's been a thing since 1907 where it became illegal to commit adultery in New York. So you learn new things every day. Personally, I've never cheated on anybody. And I guess it would suck if the government and the law gets into it and I cheat on my husband, make a mistake, and now I have to go to prison. However, listen, and sometimes I do prescribe to prison abolitionist theories, But sometimes people just need a lesson. Sometimes people just need a slap on the hand. So it's like, maybe not, I don't think it needs to be a long time. 3 months might be a lot, but maybe 3 weeks, like a little slap on the hand. I will go toe to toe against anyone trying to repeal this law or, just remove it altogether. I think there should be more laws that really speak to the morality of our society. I think taking away this law is another step towards us having no boundaries. So now, at least before we could say there was a law that admitted and pointed to the fact that adultery and infidelity is wrong. Now there's no law to prove it. So what does that mean? People are already cheating crazy. Now it's like, this is a thing that's accepted. I don't know. I find it really cool that New York had that law. I think it should have been spoken out. I think it should have been spoken to a little bit more and expanded on, but now it might be going away. So these are some of the things that they be trying to distract you from. What does this mean? What does this mean? Because who are the people who really be cheating and destroying entire families? Come on now. Well, women do it too. Let me stop. Women do it too. But I just think it's crazy. I think it points to the fact that morality is dead. We as a society are not holding close to our own values. And it's silly. Don't cheat on your wives, but bring that law back. We need it back. Okay. Another random thing that I saw come across my timeline was this whole J-Lo thing. Have you guys heard this whole Jennifer Lopez thing? She recently had this whole documentary, and it was part of her This Is Me Now project. It was a musical. It was like a musical production piece. It was very unique that she did, that it was like a fictional film following her love life. And then she also rolled it out with a documentary that followed like the behind the scenes of her life, creating it and all of her vulnerabilities. She shared a lot about it. She talked a lot about her relationship with Ben, and it was pretty funny for the internet. She had some viral moments. So if you guys recall, there's a viral moment that's going all over TikTok where she lets go of her hair and she's like, oh, this reminds me of going up and down the block. And, when I was in New York in the block. And it had me thinking of the type of New Yorker that I am. Because people in the comments were like, J-Lo was probably one of the people from the Bronx that never left their house. And I was like, damn, I think I'm one of those people from the Bronx that never left their house, to be honest. Some of us, shout out to the people that grew up in New York, grew up in one of the boroughs, and we don't have any street cred. Some of us are regular, degular squares who went to school, went to our little after school programs, came home, studied, watched YouTube videos, ate, and passed out and repeated the same thing the next day. And J-Lo was probably very involved. Her mom was a teacher growing up, and she seems like she was very interested in the arts. So I think she was focused on other things than running up and down the block, which is okay, J-Lo. It's okay, Jenny from the block. You don't have to, you can love the block, but you don't have to keep trying to remind us that you were on it. We know you weren't, and that's completely fine. I was thinking about myself, and I wasn't on the block. My mom did not let me go downstairs and play with the other kids, and that is one of my villain origin stories. I wish I would have been able to go downstairs and run up and down the block with the kids and get to know all of my neighborhood, fun people, dealers, pedophiles, just like moms that give kids random candies and snacks. Like, I wish I would have had those experiences. But no, I was from school to a babysitter, doing my homework, to my mom's place, showering, getting ready for the next day, getting my clothes together for the next day, waking up and repeating. That was my schedule. I would do little
What was your deli order?
What was my deli order? Okay, hi Alar. That's
ham and cheese and what she said? With an orange juice, if you know, you know. What's your deli order?
What was my deli order? That's a great question. Okay, my New York City deli order was not J-Lo's ham and cheese with an orange drink. If you know, you know. Mine had to be, and it still is. Okay, I think it's turkey, lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, mayo on a hero, toasted with the turkey hot. That's the deli order. And I would do cheese, but I can't tolerate the lactose, unfortunately. But old me probably would have done a Swiss cheese or something like that. So I feel like that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with the way she ordered it. With the way she talked about the order, talking about a ham and cheese. No one orders a ham and cheese. Like, are you adding some lettuce, some tomato, some salt and pepper, some mayo, some vinegar, some oil? Are you toasting it? Are you leaving it toasted on the outside, cold on the inside? Toasted on the outside, everything hot? Like, are we leaving it all cold? Like, you needed to give those specific details, J-Lo, and that would have added to your story. So, yeah, that was my deli order. What do you think about my deli order, LR?
I think turkey hot is crazy.
Turkey hot is crazy?
I think turkey hot is crazy too.
I love hot meat.
That's
Turkey hot.
That's crazy.
How is turkey hot crazy? You would prefer turkey cold?
Yeah, like ice cold for me.
Oh, that's like, you're on like that summertime picnic.
Any
picnic
weather,
sandwich.
I like cold, like honey turkey specifically. I don't do regular turkey. I need the rim to be brown.
So you only
rim
like
and brown is crazy. I'm not as good.
So you only like cold meats.
Like honey, yeah, honey. Well, not all, because it's only for me honey turkey and pastrami. Anything else I wouldn't eat. Like I don't do ham.
Okay. So what was your deli order growing up?
Bagel, cream cheese, and bacon. Arizona, specifically the half and half. And if I had just a little bit too much money, I would get like candy just to wake me up.
Well, that's when you were balling out, when you had enough for the sandwich. So you had a bacon, cream cheese.
Bagel, cream cheese.
That
was like $2 back then.
Bagel, cream cheese.
At the time when I went to high school, it was $2 for me.
Yeah, bagel, cream cheese, and bacon. The Arizona, half and half.
$3.
And then you had money for a little extra.
Like, it would be like a 25-cent, 50-cent coin. But that wasn't like every day. That was like probably like once or twice a week. I was also working in high school, so
it was like a little extra candy.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't give my full one. Okay, so let me give my full one. So it's definitely everything I said. So the turkey, lettuce, tomato, mayo, salt, pepper, mayo on the toasted roll. The turkey has to be hot. And then on the side, what drink would I always do chips. So I always do chips on the side. And the Hero's cool because it's usually a good bang for your buck. So you could have some now, a little bit later. And then the chips, growing up, it was probably different. Growing up, it was probably like Doritos or something like that. I always like a sweet and spicy something. But now it's like kettle chips. I love me a jalapeno kettle chip. And then the drink, I've been doing water lately, not gonna lie. My favorite water is Poland Spring. I'm a water girl. Poland Spring hits. I just love Poland Spring. That's some New York shit. That's some, if you know, you know, Poland Spring. Do other states do Poland Spring? They do? Yeah. But isn't that like from New York? Or am I bugging?
Isn't it from Poland?
Oh, hell no. Poland Spring cannot be from Poland.
It's in the name.
Let me search up where
Isn't
Poland.
the springs in Poland?
Let me see where Poland Spring is from.
It's not from Poland.
Poland Spring. Where is Poland Spring?
Alfred, am I bugging? Also, we have another co-producer, Alfred, joining us as well.
Hi, Alfred.
Hello.
This is Alfred's first day on the job. He's been such a trooper. He's going to be filling in for LR while LR is out focusing on a film passion project. So please show love to LR while he's away and beg him to come back quickly and swiftly. But in the meanwhile, we have Alfred.
Hello.
But Alfred,
That is so crazy. Like, it's great.
Have you heard of Poland Spring coming from the springs in Poland? Because that's not true. That can't be true.
I thought it was in the name. I thought Poland Spring was indeed from Poland. But then, like, I feel like we could have a Poland Spring in New York, maybe. I don't know.
It says it's from Poland. No, because Dallas BBQ is not from Dallas. It's from New York. They don't have a Dallas BBQ in Dallas. It's only in New York City.
Dallas BBQ is from New York?
Yes, it's only in New York.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy, right? Like, you
Why
can't
would
get
they-
sticky wings in Dallas, Texas, or like out. Like, Dallas BBQ is only in New York City.
That would be crazy. That would be like no Buffalo Wild Wings in Buffalo, but there's a Buffalo Wild Wings in Buffalo.
Is Buffalo Wild Wings from Buffalo?
I don't know if it's from Buffalo, but I know Buffalo Wings are from Buffalo.
Okay.
Not from the meat of a buffalo.
Yeah. Like, it would be crazy, like, if Kentucky Fried Chicken is from, like, Alaska.
That makes no sense to me.
'Cause it
Because
would be
like
Alaska
Popeyes
fried
is
chicken.
actually from New Orleans, I think.
It is.
Okay.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Okay, wait. Poland Spring is from Poland, Maine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poland Spring
So
is
we
from
was right.
Poland, Maine.
It's from Poland, but not the Poland that Lil Yachty's talking about.
So it is from Poland. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was from New York. But you know.
It's just
Close enough.
exported. Yeah. Do you have a deli order that you... Oh, did you finish
Yeah.
your deli order?
I finished my deli order. Alfred, what's your deli order?
I got packed lunch for most of my life, but like,
Oh, nice.
as I grew older, my deli order simple bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel, no ketchup, and then for Arizona mucho mango or like the fruit punch. Like, I feel like that was definitely a good time.
I feel like the if you know drink that J-Lo should have said would have been in Arizona. It would have been like Arizona, or it would have been like Tropical Fantasy.
But you have to realize, like, you got to think about when J-Lo was born in the 60s, right? So, like...
Now you age shaming.
No, I'm not
Now
age
you
shaming.
age shaming
But, like,
J-Lo.
you got to think about what... Like, she went to high school. So, I had to ask my parents, because my parents is, like, a couple years younger than J-Lo. And I was like, yo, what's this orange drink that y'all used to drink when I was younger?
What's this orange drink y'all used
And my
to
mom was like, oh, it's Tang. And I was like, the hell is Tang?
Oh, Tang. The orange drink was Tang.
Yeah.
You know what I heard people saying on the internets? They were saying that it was the quarter waters. You remember those little waters that were different
I
flavors?
like the blue one. I hate the orange one.
But we received, the orange one.
What's it called? Not
People call it quarter
bummies,
water.
right?
I didn't call it quarter
I call it
water.
bummies.
Bummies. Yes,
yeah,
we called
yeah.
them bummies. So, I don't remember calling them quarter waters. I feel like in Spanish there was something people used to say. I don't remember. But yeah, they were actually like a quarter. I think we caught like the tail end of that, like my generation. I think maybe they were a quarter at one point, and then it went up to like 50 cents, and then they were gone. And it was...
They're no longer in stock?
I never see those. Have you seen the little...
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a minute.
The little artificial flavored juices with it's like a tin foil on top.
They used to say like Tropical Fantasy used to like kill your sperm.
They said so many things about Arizona. What were the Arizona rumors?
Oh, that there was like...
It was urine in
bugs.
it.
Yeah, I heard urine, I heard bugs.
And then I think I heard a bad thing about Snapple too. Because then after Arizona, everyone was like, nah, no Arizona that has...
Because I think they found something in someone's Arizona and it went viral on like some social media.
That like killed all of New York. When you find something in a drink that everyone drinks, it was
I was still drinking it.
It was a tough time.
Mucho Mango's underrated.
I think, and then eventually I like transformed to Snapple because my mom was already on the Snapple wave, but Snapple was like a little bit more because the Arizonas were just $1.
Yeah.
But then I
now
had to
$1.25.
I had to elevate and go to Snapple, and that was when Snapple had the glass bottle. Now they have plastic bottles.
The glass bottle was so much. Wait, can we just talk about like? Okay, I'm sorry for all the environmentalists, because I do believe in sustainability.
Wasn't the glass bottle better for the environment? It was.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying
why
you don't like it?
No, I think glass bottles are 10 times like in terms of the chilling of the drink, like any type of beverage that's stored in a glass bottle hits way harder than in
100%.
a plastic.
100%.
Like, it's just
At one point they did have the glass and the plastic side by side, but then I think that was when they were phasing out the glass. I don't think if anyone in the comments has had a glass Snapple lately, let me know, but I feel like they let those go.
Have you guys ever had the Arizona can versus the bottle?
the can is way better.
Arizona can is crazy work. I'm sorry.
Wait, excuse me. The can is way better.
Why would you go for the can?
I mean, you can't close it. That's like the only caveat.
That's what I'm saying.
But like Arizona can tastes way better than Arizona plastic.
You think the can tastes better, Alfred?
The metal is so seasoned.
That's the problem. It tastes like I'm like sucking on a battery.
Nah. The metal adds a bit of like je ne sais quoi, if you feel me. Like it's a little tangy.
Okay, I'm team Arizona in a bottle just for the convenience of it all. Because if I'm going to school, I'm grabbing my sandwich, my Arizona drink, and my side of chips. Where I'm gonna put the can? Like I'm gonna have to drink it before I get to school.
Or you could drink it throughout the day.
What? I'm gonna have the can in my hand?
Yeah.
In a lot of New York City schools, we had metal detectors. Were we able to go through with cans?
No, you don't open it until you get into the building.
And then you just hold it in your hand all day?
Yeah.
I guess that sounds inconvenient. But you were team can, Alfred.
No, he's team bottle, right?
Team bottle.
Team bottle. But you said it tasted like battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, team Arizona in a bottle, 100%. And all drinks, for sure. Okay, now, yeah, that was really crazy. I'm glad we discovered what the orange drink was. Apparently, it was Tang. Did you guys used to drink a lot of Tang growing up? Or were you guys Kool-Aid people?
I've never had Tang.
Tang? I think Latinos really embraced Tang. Tang was our vibe.
I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It was like a fake orange juice. It was like an orange juice Kool-Aid, essentially.
Okay. I do like Kool-Aid.
Yeah. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe your mom could make it for you since she knew what it was.
I don't think you could like make it?
Yeah, it's like the powder.
Oh.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe what she's talking about, I think it probably
I think they had it like there's some pre-made Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
drinks.
they probably had their own juice version, but then there's like a
Yeah.
powder Tang.
Oh, okay.
You know? Bring back artificial drinks, man. All this natural shit. I'm just kidding. But artificial, I'm team water right now. But yeah, I saw this really cool, this funny guy at Gene Luck. He did this whole imitation of J-Lo with her wild hair running through the block. And people are just really irritated with her and her persistence of reminding us that she's from the block. But I think when you're from the Bronx and when you're from New York, you just have so much pride about it. It's like really cool. All over the world, people may hate on it, but they kind of like you if you're from New York. They're like, oh, you got that sauce. They just either they love to hate or they love to love. But that's why you just got to brag about it. I get it, J-Lo. You just got to brag about it. Some recent unfortunate news, actually, to pivot all the way to another side of the token, I guess. Columbia University, that's in New York City, recently they were protesting, and the president of the school is wildin'. And this isn't just Columbia, this is all universities actually, that students have been getting activated and using their voice and expressing their political stances, and they are being treated like second-class citizens. They are presidents of schools, especially like the president of Columbia University. They're allowing the NYPD and allowing the police department to go in and control the protests and to use, in a lot of cases, force to arrest students for practicing their free speech, practicing their right to protest. That's freaking insane to me, especially because school is supposed to be, it's not only preparing you for life, it's empowering you for the world that you're existing in right there while you're studying. I would think that professors would encourage that and use that as a teachable moment. Like, this is how you stand up for your beliefs when there's things going on in the world. And the things going on in the world is obviously the Palestine-Israel situation, atrocity, the genocide of Palestinians that's been happening. It's really sad. It's really disheartening. And it's been going on for so long. And it's almost like our government wants us to forget about it. So I love that these university students have been mobilizing and using their voices. But then we have universities, again, proving themselves to be systems, like anything else, of capitalism that uplift white supremacy and all the things. And it's happening in these students' very schools where they are paying tuition to go to, by the way. So you're paying tens of thousands of dollars a year to these universities to teach you how to prepare yourself for the real world, to be in the real world and empower you as you're navigating it. And they are, in turn, oppressing you and suppressing your rights to be an active citizen in society. That's insane. I would hate if I'm paying an Ivy school's tuition and then being treated like a second-class citizen. That is insane to me. And shout out to Professor Ruha, I hope I'm not messing up the name, Ruha Benjamin, who spoke to students at Spelman College about youth activism and actually empowered them to not let these people, not let these institutions that hold them down. And, you know, these protests were speaking about the atrocities that are happening in Palestine, Congo, Haiti. It's just so many worldwide issues going on right now. It would be dumb and insensitive and irresponsible for us not to want college students to speak about this or be involved in some way. It's crazy that this is happening. I would hope that universities would just use this as a teachable moment and teach their students how to protest, how to speak out, how to do it in an effective way. And what a good teachable moment. I mean, it's disgusting, all of the atrocities and the white supremacy, the oppression that's happening all over the world right now. But if we can let people know what's happening in real time and give them the tools and the knowledge to empower themselves and make change, that's the only thing that we can do. I love that students are choosing to do this in their campus. That shows that there are obviously some good professors out there that educated them and empowered them. And please stop the nonsense. Why are we arresting students? That gives such a bad look to me, to the president of Columbia University and all the other schools that did anything like that in mistreating their students when trying to settle down the protests. It gives such a bad taste in my mouth. I feel that if you really value education, you would value students who formed a full thought about something going on in the world, feel activated politically, which is so important when an election is coming up, and you would support that and give them the tools and the community and the resources so they can speak loud and proud about the things that they want to speak out about, obviously. And there is a nonviolent way to do that, which everyone has the right to enforce. But if people are being nonviolent, like, let people do what they need to do. Let people speak out about things. So sorry to put the damper on the mood, but that's another thing that's been happening in New York lately that I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to say that I really do stand with the protesters 100%. Now, pivoting to another topic that I was thinking about lately. I'm just thinking through all the random conversations I had this week. And I just feel like things have gotten gayer lately. Like, I just feel like social media, as soon as spring started, it was just like my algorithm was like, it's time to be gay. And I love that. I love the freedom of it all. I think it's giving everyone jinxed it. Like, people are always like, ooh, this summer is going to be like 2016 summer. I don't know if it'll be 2016 summer. I think it'll be 2024 summer. But it's feeling colorful. It's feeling light. I just feel like a really good energy about it. But about how gay it is on social media. So Billie Eilish, have you guys seen her in Coachella? She kissed this girl. I think it's Quinn. What's her name?
Quinn Blackwell.
Quinn Blackwell, who, if you guys been following these influencers, Quinn Blackwell is so hilarious on social media. And she's just so like, the physical comedy, everything. But then also it's like she's a comedian, hilarious, everything by day, bad bitch by night. Like, Quinn Blackwell is everything. I seen her modeling in different countries. Like, she's really putting herself out there in a different way. And come to find out, it's looking like, I don't know, her and Billie got a thing going or something. Billie planted a big one on her in Coachella. And if you guys don't know, I believe it was last year, Billie Eilish was, I guess, outed in a way in a red carpet or something by this reporter. But also, I don't think Billie was hiding it that much. I think a lot of her fans, myself included, were just waiting for Billie to just run through the closet. And now she's just living her best, you know, queer life, planting one on Quinn Blackwell. And I love to see it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Billie. So that was Billie. A lot of people were talking about Justin Bieber too, and Jaden Smith also at Coachella. Did you guys see the hug between Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith? What do you guys think about that hug? For you guys that don't know, I can try to like model it for you. So Justin Bieber's just there chilling, bopping his head, doing the Justin Bieber thing. Jaden Smith pulls up behind him and gives him, I don't know what you would call it, like a crotch grind. Like he just rotated his pelvis on Justin Bieber's backside. Hey, yo. And that's what happened. What do you guys think about this type of affection between male friends? And Justin Bieber is married, by the way. And I feel that Jaden Smith has a girlfriend. I saw him with some really cute influencer girl. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think I first saw the two in Karate Kid back in the day, and I think having those type of generational long friendships is really cool to see. So if that's how they like express affection and that's their relationship, I feel more power to them, I think.
Facts. Okay, more power to them. That's true. Jaden and Justin Bieber go way back. They were, I think, Jaden and they did the song together for Karate Kid. It was, I will never say never.
He's so much taller than me. Taller than me. Taller than me. But he ain't on a JP song with me.
Ayy. Yeah, that was a good, Jaden was really rapping. He was really doing his thing. What do you think, LR, about this type of affection and male friendships?
I feel like certain like male friendships kind of like, I think socially cross that boundary, like just be based on, but I think they have like a brotherly relationship, being that they literally known each other since Jaden was like, what, 8 in Karate Kid?
A brotherly relationship.
Yeah, where it's like, I don't know, you do stupid shit and stuff like that.
Do stupid shit. So, okay, so if you were just chilling at Coachella, because I don't think Justin Bieber realized that Jaden was going to come behind him. If you were just chilling at Coachella and a man came and grabbed you by your hips and just started swaying you.
There has to be context. Well, for me, that would be crazy.
Okay, but what's the context?
I think there has to be context in terms of we just don't know their relationship as brothers. Like, and one, well, no, Jaden's Canadian. I mean, Justin's Canadian. So but like they're based in California. I don't know if California energy kind of like is more in that element.
We don't really go to Cali that much over here. I'm definitely an East.
New Yorkers, we are not touchy people. So
East Coaster. Like, yeah, New Yorkers, we don't tend to touch. And I don't think in New York, it's the general. I don't think it would be widely accepted if a man came and held another man by the hips and waved his hips. Like if you were just chilling and your friend came behind you.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
How would you react?
I think Ayo would be the first.
Ayo.
Yeah.
What about you, Alfred? Do you have this type of affection with your male friends?
Personally not, but yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. I think like I have like brotherly connections 100%. Maybe we don't necessarily do it this way, but I think like this is on like a definitely like a different echelon. But like I don't know if I would embrace that with my friends personally, but I can see it for people, and I don't have an issue with it.
Right, exactly.
I don't have a problem with it. I thought the grinding motion is what threw me off a little. It was just because it's like, why did it have? I felt like it was the affection and the hug was so lower body forward. And I just felt like that didn't have to happen because I don't hug like my girlfriends that way. It's usually like, why was it focused on the lower hip?
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't know. I don't know them to like be like, okay, because they probably done that before jokingly.
No, yeah, they probably done that before jokingly. That's their humor. But that was the only.
They're probably intoxicated as well. That's another thing.
True. That was the only thing that gave me pause. But either way, people are entitled to do whatever they want to do. And one thing about Jaden, he's always said F you to any type of societal boxes and norms when it comes to
him and his sister, yeah.
When it comes to the way they dress, when it comes to how they date, how they express themselves in music even. So they're just blurring all the lines. And Justin Bieber is definitely, we're not even talking about here. I kind of put this in the, I started with the gay conversation to lead it into here because I know some people would look at this and say that it was gay, but we're just talking about affection and male friendships. You know, I'm a girl, so I don't really know too much about what guys do in male friendships, but how do you guys practice, LR and Alfred, how do you guys practice affection and how do you guys show love to your male friends?
Yeah, for me, I tell my people just in general, like men or women or whosoever, like I tell them I love them a lot. I don't think a lot of people practice that in their friendships, or some people do, but I think that is something that needs to be done more. I'm not maybe the most physical person, but like with the people that I truly care about, like it's definitely a hug here and there, and like I love you and you're appreciated.
That is so sweet. I didn't grow up seeing a lot of like affection within male platonic relationships. Is this something that happens? Have you seen this, LR?
Yeah, I personally never. Well, I say I haven't had like a strong. No, I'm lying. Like, yeah, nah, I don't know. I'm personally just not a physical. Like, I'm not a physical person, and I don't really say I love you to my bros. I'm not gonna hold you. But
if you love your bros, tell them you love them.
But I mean, I don't say I love you to my father, so it's like.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. But I mean, that's sad. Tell your daddy you love him.
Okay.
Eventually, we'll move on from there.
Can I add a wait? No, go ahead. I was gonna say like add another topic.
Go LR. Yeah.
No, go. Let's finish this thought though.
I just wanted to say I love men showing love and appreciation to other men, and this was a situation where neither of them have said that they're in any type of same-sex relationship with each other. Justin Bieber is happily married, and Jaden Smith might have some romantic relationship with an influencer. So if this is how they want to express love to each other, there's so much hate in the world, so much craziness going on that, you know, it's just a little shocking to see. It's a little alarming because I don't think society has caught up to that. But if it happens, hey, whatever floats your boat. And it's LA. It's a whole different culture over there. You know, I don't know. I feel like gays run LA. Am I wrong about that? I need to visit LA. But I don't know. I get the vibe that, LGBTQIA plus communities are praised in LA because of the entertainment industry. There's just, there's so many stylists, amazing makeup artists that contribute so much to the industry. So there's a different type of, I would assume that there's a different type of comfortability that men have with their sexuality, especially if they grew up associating with other men who love men. And then they're maybe heterosexual, but it allows there to be less of a stiffness with the whole concept of sexuality and expressing your love for other people. So what were you going to say, LR?
No, I was on TikTok the other day, right?
Yeah.
And so there's like buzz around, and I don't listen to this artist, but there's a whole fan base around Taylor Swift. And she released a song called I Hate It Here.
Oh.
And the lyric says this. It says...
Wait, can you send me the lyrics so I can read it?
Yeah. Let me send you on Instagram right now.
Let me pull up.
Do you want to read it? Yeah,
I'll read it. Let's see what this Taylor Swift I Hate It Here lyrics are.
All right, I just sent it to you.
Is it at the We Would Pick a Decade?
Yeah.
All right. We would pick a decade we wished we could live in. Instead of this, I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racist. Whoa, in 1830 without all the racists. And then people are doing a whole bunch of memes. Okay. What do you think about Tay-Tay? Wow, that's so crazy. Tay-Tay commenting on uttering the word racist, which is very, very forward for the whitest artist you can think of right now. Yeah. We wish. Let me read that again for everyone so we could really it could really sink in. We would pick a decade we wished we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists. I'm assuming she's talking about love in this.
But like,
what's
why that decade? Like that has never been referenced as an important decade in my life.
What was even happening in the 1830s?
So I'm looking up in the 1830s, right? What had happened? So anything that's race related, the Nat Turner Rebellion happened. The succession started to happen. Regarding to leading up to the Civil War. There's like a couple of presidents. Wasn't Abraham Lincoln killed around? No. He was killed
when women were wearing those tight ass corsets.
It just wasn't a good time. And then there was like heavy imperialism in Africa and Asia. Like that's how I'm like, and my thing is right. Like I feel like a lot of people be defending Taylor Swift as an amazing songwriter. And I feel like we need to release ourselves from this delusion because I just don't.
So LR is saying Taylor Swift fans who think she's an amazing songwriter are delusional.
Yeah, and it's not
this
even
is
like
what
a.
You're saying.
It's not even like a. And I also just want to emphasize, right? This has nothing to do with race because there are some white women that can write their. Like for me, I think Lana Del Rey is one of the best songwriters of our generation. Regardless of race, and I just feel like we give too much energy to Taylor Swift, and we just keep forgetting like her songwriting is really not matching the accolades she received. Like there's no way she should have 4 album of the years for the Grammys, in my opinion.
That's a wild thing to say.
I just don't think she's up there.
I think the thing with Taylor Swift and what I've noticed with a lot of women that write their music, when you write your music, that's already a thumbs up.
That
it's
is true.
Like, wow, you were.
And I'm poor in
no,
Brooklyn.
It's like you were able to put because a lot of singers don't write their songs. Yeah. So it's like you were able to put your experiences into words on paper, on a beat with the music. It sounds good.
It's vulnerable.
It sounds good. It's vulnerable. It gets the point across, and people buy it and stream it. It's like, whoa, that's revolutionary. Because usually that's like a whole team's job to write a song.
Get a songwriter camp, all of that. We about to say Alfred.
Sorry, my fault. I'm like, my thing is the 100%, 1,000,000% agree with you. But then it's like, that's what you chose to say out of all things you wrote your song. Like, I don't know.
You thought there was crazier. You think there's a crazier thing out of this Taylor Swift line that we're missing?
I'm gonna need a genius lyric breakdown or something to understand what she's trying to get out here.
I think I have the genius app on my phone.
First of all,
shout out to all the white songwriters. Shout
out to all the white songwriters. Before we even get into the whole genius breakdown of this Taylor Swift song, I Hate It Here, I could almost assume it's about relationships because Taylor Swift exclusively writes about relationships. So in this line, we would pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. It's like, or maybe she's not talking about a relationship here. Maybe she's talking about our generation. Like, is she talking to us, like our whole generation? Tay, are you getting away from
on Genius, it says the song captures the complexity of yearning for something more, whether it's a different time, place, or state of mind. It's because the human experience of seeking refuge and understanding within oneself when the external world feels overwhelming or unsatisfying. So it's basically like escapism.
Wow. Yeah, it's like I Hate It Here. It reminds me of like SZA, like a SZA song. What SZA song does I Hate It Here remind me of? I
feel like Garden is like that, right?
No, I was thinking of like her newer stuff.
Oh, Saturn is kind of.
I was thinking of Saturn.
Saturn is a good example.
Yes, like I Hate It Here. Like I don't want to be. I'm shocked SZA doesn't have a song called I Hate It Here because I
Hate You.
I think I Hate It Here is like a theme throughout SZA's music.
Yeah.
So I love that. Taylor
I feel
Swift
like Good Days is another great example. But that's what I'm saying. Like the way she writes those songs, like there's a poetic. And that's why I get what you're saying about like we should not be too harsh on artists, like especially because they're bearing their all. But I feel like you kind of.
But even SZA's lyrics, it's really cultural too.
It is, but SZA's lyrics is cultural.
It's cultural. It's who we relate to more because SZA and Taylor Swift, I don't think they're saying like crazy, like poetic, deep things.
I feel like SZA do.
You think SZA
feel like
says like
SZA
metaphors?
I feel like SZA does metaphors. She does biblical allusions. She does wordplay very well. Like I feel like SZA really
Biblical allusion?
Yeah, well, I mean, in Good Days, there was biblical allusions in that song.
Okay.
And
I'm just thinking about like
songs.
her no makeup, just Jay-Z lyrics.
Oh no! I mean, I feel like when
balls
she
deep in the MGM. Like I feel like she just be saying the most chaotic things on a record, but makes it sound good, which is genius.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
and I think.
But like, there's some songs. Is someone singing?
I'm waiting.
I mean, we could just jam to it real quickly.
This is what happens when you live uptown. This is.
Wait, no, but like, I feel like there's still some like, I feel like I like the chaos of it. Like, I feel like Taylor Swift is like, I like a boy.
That's Taylor Swift's like, I like a boy, he likes me, we broke up, fuck you, but not
But
fuck
I feel
you.
like Taylor Swift is like, I feel like Nia Long and brown sugar, giving me brown sugar in my tea that I can't.
You mean SZA?
It feels like spoken wordish.
What I'm trying to say is that I really do think it's cultural. I think that's the thing.
Okay.
I think we have SZA, and I don't know why we're comparing SZA.
I don't relate to
Taylor Swift.
Lana Del Rey or Billie Eilish, but I feel like they're amazing songwriters.
You feel like Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish are better songwriters?
Yeah.
Billie doesn't even write that crazy. She writes, but like, does she write a lot? She writes.
She writes her own.
She does.
She writes all her own music.
Her and
Finny, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Tay, I'm not gonna come down too hard on you. I love that you're making a song called "I Hate It Here." It like very much makes sense for this time because I think everyone feels like I hate it here.
Yeah, it was very relatable.
It's
Damn, I do sound like I hate it. Taylor Swift, I respect you.
No, but I want to add to that. I think the reason Taylor Swift is king right now is obviously, I hate to say it, but it's because she's a white woman. So you're gonna appeal to the white majority, even if your song lyrics aren't the most cunning, aren't the most witty. First of all, it's amazing to be able to say your truth on a beat and have on a rhythm, on a melody, and have it sound good and have it sell so much. But you're appealing to a white majority. It's like she makes something that I realized through watching like the latest Taylor Swift concert movie. She makes white middle America experiences sound amazing,
exciting.
Yeah,
that New York song,
and maybe not middle America, like middle class America is what I meant. Like she makes being a white middle class woman sound magical.
But like isn't it not already is? Like what's the extra level of pizzazz that it?
Well, I think in music, being white middle class was never favored. It's like you want to be a Caribbean girl from the streets of Brooklyn, or you want to.
I feel like that again is a culture because I feel like there's many songwriters that enjoyed being in their white middle classness.
No one really talks about it. People play into their streetness, or they play into their queerness, or they play into their Katy Perry with all the fun, like it played into her queerness, all the like weird stuff coming out of your boobs.
But Lady Gaga, like the rock era.
Lady Gaga playing into like, I'm unique and I'm a monster and I'm again playing into the queerness. People play into like these other sides of themselves that make them sound creative or outlandish. But Taylor Swift is just like, I'm a white middle class girl, and she'll just describe like the simplest things and put it in music, and people are able to relate instead of like put themselves in another world when they're listening to her. It's like, oh, I actually had a crush on this guy in my high school, and I was also afraid to go up to him, and he came up to me and we fell in love. And now I'm thinking maybe he could be my Romeo and I could be his Juliet. Like just a white girl story, middle class white girl.
I feel like Taylor Swift's discography is like if Miley Cyrus's The Climb was like every song.
That was so good.
Don't go for Miley like that. Miley?
I'm not that in a good way. Yeah.
Shout out to Miley. I don't know, and I feel like people of color love Miley. People of color love Taylor Swift too. They love Taylor Swift too.
All love Miley.
But I feel like Miley, what is it about Miley? Oh, aside from her bangers era, which I think does play a big part in it.
People hated that era. I feel like people of color hated her bangers era.
It kind of hated, but it brought people in because it's like, who's this white girl in the song with Juicy J? Like it made people kind of listen.
She was like messy, and we love messy.
We
Not
love-
like messy, like
Yeah, it's a mess that we love to watch.
it's not like messy, like no, not that type of messy. It's just like raw. And I think the whole like her relationship thing, that how the whole cheating thing, like she just was like, okay, I'm this, and I'm unapologetic.
We loved it,
F you
but
all.
I think Miley now, like she does, like she's really good at a pop ballad. Love a pop ballad. Love the song with Beyonce on Beyonce's latest album, Two Most Wanted. Like that's Miley's bag. Like a real, like kind of like The Climb, which is crazy. She did that so early. I feel like that's Miley's bag. Like real, like inspirational, old, almost like classic feel, and like all generations can enjoy it. Taylor Swift, I really feel like she hones in on that white girl between 16 to 35, just like living her life and having crushes on boys. People are also saying she came for Kim Kardashian in a song, which is wild. Don't you feel like the beef was warranted though? Because she already had beef with Kanye. So it's like now time for Kim.
No, but she had beef with Kim, like her own separate beef with Kim.
Yeah, but she never put it in a song. She's subbed Kanye in songs before, but I think it's only fair if Kim gets it now.
But what's the new beef? Like, why they mad at each other?
It's the same original beef. That's Taylor Swift's. Everyone needs a villain origin story. So Taylor Swift's villain origin story is the whole Kanye thing when he was like, sorry, but Beyonce had the best music video of all time or something like that when she was receiving her award. So I think it's only fair that Kim gets it too. No, but then it extended from there. So because of that beef, then Kanye put Taylor Swift in a song, his song Famous, where he said, I bet me and Taylor Swift might have sex or something. And then he says, I made that bitch famous. And then Taylor claimed that she did not give Kanye permission to say that in the song. And Kim leaked video footage of Taylor Swift giving him permission to release the song. You guys don't remember this tea? You don't remember this tea that happened a few years back? So Taylor Swift and Kim were having a whole social media battle, and it kind of ended there. And Taylor has since brought it up. She brought it up in a magazine, probably trying to, get the PR buzz going again to set her up for this new song from her new project where she is bashing Kim. Allegedly. People say that Taylor Swift is bashing Kim in the song, but who knows? So it seems like she's coming for everybody's neck. She coming for Kris Jenner. She coming for Kim. She coming for everybody. Taylor, that's what she's known for also. She's kind of like a Drake in that sense. Like she's going to throw her little subliminals and she's going to let her fans try to find the Easter eggs and do the dirty work for her. That's a vibe.
Yeah, because she had hated Katy Perry. I remember that era.
She hated Katy Perry. Well, they say everyone hates Katy Perry. I think they said it was mutual. Like, I don't think Katy Perry messed with Taylor
I think they
Swift
were
either.
like going back and forth on songs.
Right. Damn, pop star girly beef.
That's crazy. It's not like rap beef. Speaking of rap beef, nah, we're not.
Speaking of rap beef, there's a lot of rap beef, so that's a whole nother podcast. But yeah, pop star girlies beef too. One random thing, intrusive thought that I wanted to end the conversation off with, a little nugget to get the wheels turning for you guys. So I always like to think about my future. I'm a very future motivated, oriented person, and I always think about like when I'm going to be a parent and things like that randomly.
Whoa.
I always think about that. I don't know when it'll be. It'll probably be mad long from now because I think I have to find a partner to have that happen. But I always think about that. And I'm like, what kind of parent would you be? And would you be a cool parent? And at what age can you start being a cool parent? So I was interested to hear like where people draw that line for what's acceptable and what's not. Because I've been seeing a lot of cool parents lately. Like, for example, even this is so random, but like someone I know, I'm not going to expose them, someone in my family, a younger family member that I had, told their mom about the Drake video, the infamous Drake Schlong video. And was like, oh, like I know about this. And the mom was just like, oh, how do you know? And it was a casual conversation. how do you draw the line of a cool parent? What do you guys think, LR and Alfred? I'm interested to hear from like a father's perspective. Like, what would you allow? Is cursing okay?
I need you to take the wheel on this first.
Okay, I'll speak about my relationship with my mother. So me and my mother are pretty close. I would never cross the line of talking about sex with my mother. I feel like that's just like
no sex talk.
I feel like mothers and their daughters have more open relationships. Like, I think they're a lot more open, and I think there's an added context of like religion and cultural background and all of that. And yeah, I feel like talking ish with my mom is like okay, or talking ish with my child is okay, but I think like certain conversations is like anything that's graphic.
What is talking ish? What is
like
shit?
It's like if it's like about something that just happened within the family, or something happened that within life, or something like that, like we just commented on, that's fine, you know. But like I feel like if it crosses a boundary of like talking about something graphic or intense, it's like okay, that's when you kind of have to go to your friends about this. Cause
would you allow your kids to curse in front of you?
That's a great question.
I feel a little reserved about it. Like, I feel weird because I don't want I think my fear is having like a fuck you mom moment with my kid. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's my biggest fear. But I think if you raise a respectful kid, and it's also hard because it's like, they're cursing at school. So it's like, do you want them to have another language with you? Do you want that? Because then that'll extend into other places and spaces. So now they're not cursing with you. So now they're not talking to you about certain things. Or do you want them to speak comfortably as they do? But then also respect is a thing. Like, maybe you could speak to me comfortably, but no, you can't use certain words around me or towards me. That's fair too. What do you think, Alfred?
I think for me, so like first off, I'll preface with saying that I think it's important to have like an open communication sort of relationship with your child.
Fact.
I think those boundaries and regulations can change as they get older though.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't think I would be comfortable with like my kid cursing around me at a certain age, but I think as they get older and like they're more mature and things of that sort, I would say like I ease off more in that aspect.
Okay. But you would most likely, if you raise your kids in New York, they're going to be cursing by at least 11.
Probably younger.
As long as
that, right?
Yeah.
So you're okay with like as long as I don't see it type of vibe.
For sure. I can't shield them. That's not my responsibility, I think.
I feel like you have to, but I feel like you need to be active because like, I feel like you have to be proactive as a parent to kind of cultivate a certain identity for your kids so they don't succumb to that environment. Like, I feel like for me, like my parents helped me kind of develop my own identity so I don't have to like be out here like cursing or like going out doing some crazy stuff.
But if you are already, like if you are
cursing, but like I feel like okay, because like I feel like okay, I can speak for like my little cousins. Like they're very like reserved, introverted, very nerdy. My little sister, for example, like she's really not someone, I mean, I probably don't know like what she do, but like I just know from her personality, she just doesn't engage. I know from her personality, she just doesn't engage with that type of lifestyle, but she has like companions and friends that engage in that lifestyle. Or like our high school experience, like, there's a spectrum and it depends on just like how you were raised and how your parents had an influence to like how you communicate with people. So I feel like as a parent, you kind of have to set that precedent.
Yeah.
So that, if your child, because like your child can naturally feel uncomfortable cursing, or your child can feel naturally uncomfortable not being in these communities where it fosters that type of conversation.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to be for the cursing. Like, I'm not going to encourage the cursing. And a lot of times when, like, for example, when kids play video games, it kind of encourages the cursing. And just the way they shout at each other, it's insane. I don't think I would be okay with the cursing, only because I would want them to expand their vocabulary and learn other words. Instead of just like
wench, you adversary.
Yeah, like
I'm over here showing you on Call of Duty.
Like no, for real, because when you're just using profanity all the time, it limits your vocabulary. It's like, think of other ways. Think of how to like read people on the Webster dictionary way. Pick up
Okay.
a thesaurus.
I'm a play devil's advocate though to what you're saying, because I feel like for both of you, I think that if I limit my kid at home in terms of cursing or whatever it may be, and like set that precedent, I feel like at some point, whether it's then or in the future, they will try to make up for that. So they're like, hey, I couldn't curse at home when I was younger, so now I'm gonna go all out as I get older, and like that becomes.
I wouldn't say
I agree
like
with that to a certain extent.
limit, but I feel like I don't know how to say it. Like, I wouldn't say intentionally limit, but like set a precedent where like I'm not even gonna try to like engage, or like just set an environment where like cursing just doesn't, like, don't intentionally be like, you can't curse, you can't do this.
Right.
Because naturally I'm gonna be like, oh, I want to do this when I get to college.
Yeah.
But just if you create an environment where you see the positivity and just not doing it, just like, okay, we could just have a civil conversation without even cursing. We could have fun without having it involved, I don't know, drinking or, you know, anything that's like leads to hearing that.
Let's hold for the noises.
I feel like you don't need to. Yeah, I feel like. So I agree with you. Like, limitations, no, because like then that creates like a urge to be in that environment. But creating an environment where you could kind of see, oh, you kind of don't need this to have fun or enjoy life.
Yeah, I agree. I think once your kid is out of the house and is paying rent, and even those few years before then, but like once they're on the track to do that, you want to start treating them like an adult a little bit, so they're not like lost and confused out in the world. And I think it's annoying if you're still like going to be mad strict and stuff, and your child's your son or daughter is like 26. I think it's really annoying to do that. Yeah, and it'll kind of close them out, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to keep doing what they've been doing, but just not tell mom or not tell dad. What do you think, Alfred?
Yeah, I agree completely. I think distance, I guess the phrase for this one is definitely like distance makes the heart grow fonder. And I think like having that distance, having that independency and space can definitely make that bond relationship a lot stronger.
Well said. Okay, so for you guys that have been watching the podcast for a while, usually how we wrap things up here is we will get into our Casa Confession, which is a harsh truth that we've learned from the podcast conversation and also just recently in general. And I think it's fair to say, I'm going to count us down for this one. 3, 2, 1. Fuck them kids.
Honestly.
Come on. that was crazy. The echoed fuck them kids is insane.
Had a little reverb to it.
I'm just kidding. I actually love kids. But sometimes they really do be fuck them kids. Sometimes. But okay, guys, I would love to hear what you guys think about this episode in the comments. I'm going to lead you guys out with the song of the pod. But before we do that, I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube and Facebook viewers, because YouTube will demonetize us. So bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and see you guys next time.